Alright, so this is probably going to be the most competitive way to play Dwarfs right now in 10.7. We have Renfrey Dwarfs, and it works out quite well because Dwarfs normally don't run a lot of special cards. You might see the odd Tempering, you might see Novigradian Justice or Oniromancy, and in some cases as well Zoltan's Company. But there are other ways to spam the rows, there are other ways to thin the deck, and so forth with Renfrey decks, because we have really good thinning tools with Knickers, with Renfrey's Gang, with the Mahakam Volunteers, and recomping our hand with Triss Butterflies. So that alone should be enough to be able to draw our cards. And we get a lot more points out of this version here because instead of running an Oniromancy, now we have a Renfrey. And you guys know, if you've been playing Gwent this month, that Renfrey could put up about 30 points in one turn. This is why it's so important to have a big play like this. And what I like about this compared to running, let's say, Brewer, for example, is that we're not going super tall with this deck. So if we're playing into decks that have like your Ignis or your Yurdins, or they have Morkvargs or Heat Waves and things of that sort, they're not going to be getting much value from those plays because, again, we're going maybe 6 or 7 being our tallest unit in the deck, and that's quite reasonable. We're more control focused, we're more, random generated pings and damage focused, so Renfrey can often be taken for damage when we go and take the curses or the blessings, right? And we can just go for the board wipe type thing. That combined with the Berserker plays in the Bronze End, being able to create more Berserkers with the combo here, and then being able to keep padding armor with things like the Dwarven Chariot, just make for a really good long round of just doing tons and tons of damage. If we're playing into Swarm, Zoltan can be taken offensively to help contribute more damage. However, we also have the option to row stack and get a big boost. For 8 provision, being able to get the full 9 units boosted on a row, plus the 4 base body here, it's a really good value play. So there's kind of these ideas. I wanted to have some sort of direct control. Obviously, it's going to be difficult to deal with something with a Heat Wave. We can't use Heat Wave in a deck like this. I feel like Igni's a really good bet because we have some ways to sort of manipulate through pings, and try to nudge some things down. Maybe we get lucky, we get a few 6s or a few 5s on a row. We can get a really good collective Igni and just remove a few units at the same time that way. If it doesn't work out with the Igni play in the same round as, let's say, the Berserker spam, we can always take it in a different round. That's kind of the way that I've been looking at it. So that's that. We have a little bit of coin abuse, a little bit of carryover. With Renfrey decks, I find we can become more comfortable bleeding. So, don't be worried about the bleed going into round 2, card down, and pushing. Zoltan Chevet helps that a little bit, right? So we have the 4 points of carryover. We can go into the second round with something on the board and start playing around it that way. We also have a direct target being available for our leader boost. If we want to just basically go into round 2, take the leader boost of the Tempering, put down Renfrey, reset the order, maybe look for something that could be like a cooldown, play, or it could be like when we pass, boost something of ours. Like, there could be so many things to help us bleed into the round that we can choose at that time. And so it just makes a lot of sense. Rune Mage plays very well with Renfrey because this is going to help us get 5 options instead of 3 options on create and plays. So for both of Renfrey's create and plays, also when we go for the Morana Runestone, we'll have 5 choices to choose from. Oftentimes we're going to be wanting another Dwarven Chariot or something of that sort, so we have it. Another play that you can think of is if we have the Mahakam Volunteers in deck, I can actually go and create and play 1 off of the Morana Runestone and bring the other 2 out of deck. So just another way to thin stuff out and make it work quite well. We might need a movement tech. Maybe there's something that's row locked on the opponent's side of the playing field. Maybe we have to get around Defender so we could start chipping at something else, or get around Defender so we could start getting ready for a better Zoltan, right? Where it's 2 units. We don't just want to be hitting 1. So there's a couple reasons for it there. I wanted to have some engines as well. So we have, this being an effective engine with Barricade. We have the engine with Xavier, the 1 point per turn boost. You can't go wrong with that already. We have plenty of ways to give it armor. We have the Berserkers here times 2, and then 3 more that'll come off the Monroe. So we get the 5 there. And then, Just keep those going. Dwarven Skirmishers, basically like a 2-turn play that we can also get going there. So lots of just good carryover plays, lots of, you know, engine plays going on, and it just feels very comfortable all in all. I wanted to have a squirrel to deal with some of the threats in graveyard, whether it's an echo card, whether it's one of the Thrive kitties, or, you know, something we just have to get rid of, or we might not win the game. Kelly could be quite bad too, you know, that could be something we get rid of. So there's that. I didn't have room to put a second Mahakam Guard, but I find oftentimes when I do put 2, it doesn't work out quite well. And with this one here, it's boosted out by the number of allied dwarfs on the row, not units. So you want to make sure when you're stacking rows, you're using like the chariots, you're using like the Zoltan and stuff like that to go wide, opposed to just using like Renfri's gang in that round. Just split up the rows for that reason. Slam this down. It's a really good value play. And all in all, I think that the deck's just very comfortable. Again, we haven't lost a game yet, so if it's working, we don't need to change it. Some considerations for the deck, things that I thought about would be Dennis Cranmer. However, it's more conditional. We have Giant Slayer, but it's a little bit slower. Broover, of course, is something that I thought about, but I don't think it's worth it at this point, because we only have the 1 Purify anyways, just in case. It just doesn't feel like it's worth it. Plus, a lot of our units already are losing armor at the end of the turn, so how effective is this going to be, you know, over time? I didn't see it as much, you know what I mean? The Mahakam Marauders are pretty good, but I don't think we're going tall enough with armor, because again, we're losing armor at the end of turns. You could go for a little bit more carryover play or Pyrotech. Like these are things that I all considered, but I just don't think it's that great. Yarpen was okay, but it didn't have a specific reason. You know, it was just a value play at that point. The 6 plus the 3 damage plus the 1 point per turn engine, you know, if we keep adding armor to it. But again, we have the Berserkers for that. And, you know, Gabor was definitely consideration, but I opted to go for the Zolt instead because of the higher deployability, the higher point ceiling of just being able to slam this down. And then the armor often protects it from getting removed, so the only way to really deal with Zoltan would be to purify it directly, whereas this card here, I just felt like, you know, it'll stay, but it's rather expensive for 5 points and a slow play when we want to go a bit faster with the Renfri deck. So that's pretty much it. I've got other decks that I'm coming out with like very soon that aren't Renfri decks, but I do want to play some things that are just quite strong as well in the meantime. Definitely recommend giving this one a try if you're looking to do Mahakam Forge Mastery, if you're looking to climb with Dwarves this season, and you want to go all in on the Dwarves, because I've been seeing the Dwarf package in many Scoia'tael decks. They pretty much carry the faction right now, but it's kind of nice to go back to the roots and just play solid Dwarves. So give this one, guys, a try, and I will see you tomorrow with another video. But for now, let's get into the 4 games with live commentary for reference. Alright, we got Royal Inspiration here coming up first. Now, their deck has a lot of points, right? We gotta use the Igni wisely. Get stack melee row and use that. I don't really want to have 2 of the chariots. That's not bad, actually. Here. So we can play it fairly fast. Engines first. Take some things, fill the row, take a slam.
I'm an officer and a gentleman.
I think there's a reason to just try and chip this away. It plays for a lot of points if left unchecked. I don't think they're going to try and damage it out. If I boost it, it makes it more attractive for like a duel or something like that, so we can just leave it. Okay. That's at 3. We just removed that, I think. Or try to. It's at 4 though. Let's take a Rune Mage. It's by the amount of dwarves on the row. I think I'm going to put Rune Mage on ranged. It's kind of a giveaway as to what we are, but I think it's fine. Damage by 1, damage by 2. We take the Pyro, I think. The thing is, if I snipe this, and then we hit, let's say, this here, it still keeps its armor, so I wouldn't even mind if we just hit that. So we might as well click. That's a lot of points. Let's see. Okay. It's probably like the worst click, but it's fine.
Leave it to us.
I believe that they're trying to go for the resilience play. We got to be quick with this here. I'll take, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I'm pulling something, it could be Zoltan, but I don't think it's going to be worth it. If they stack row Vandergrift, Igni's worth 14 points, assuming it's boosted by 2 when they play it. That could be huge. But then it's whatever you play unit boost by 1. It would be at 8 actually, it would be 8 and 7. It's still a pretty good Igni, I just don't know if it's the one. Okay. Okay, look, Igni bails us out of the round. I do think I'm supposed to take a little thinning.
Pleasure to bleed you.
Just take that, maybe put some armor somewhere else, take a boost on something. This goes up pretty tall though, but we'll get like a 20-point Igni off the one play. Or 14 points in the back this turn. That's just a good slam, yeah.
Right.
Obviously, it'd be nice to get out of the round without having to spend Igni. What I don't like about it is that we'd have to push in card down to deal with this. Mahakam Hill, 65. Yeah, that's enough. $24 points in the back row, though.
Let's get this over with.
Can't say I love it. By the fact that this card's down here, it really makes it hard to play into the next round. Unless I Renfried, destroy a unit, such and such, you know what I mean? I'm gonna delete that. Let's just take that. Boost at 4. I think I have to take this.
Long live the king!
12. So that's the resilience take here. We'll play 2 more. Okay. It's gonna be that goes back in deck. Such a short round. Take Renfrey here. We have to just look for like 15 damage. If we could do something like that, we should just be pretty good. Then we take the resilience play. Round 3 though, we're stacked. We'll do like an after leader spent, do X damage, or like whenever we pass, boost 5. I think either of which is fine. Here. Let's see. Damage by 7. Destroy 10 or less. It's unfortunate. We could spawn a base copy of it. But is it a deploy? No. It's just resilient shield. I'll take it. I'll take this actually. That's fun.
No
kind of a big deal. We get 2 units worth of resilience. Look how many points we're up at this point. It's crazy. Scenario down. I gotta play it one more, guys. We have to. Otherwise, we don't get the payoff from that card. So, there we go. Frigate's out of the way, which is fine. They get 6 points base carryover because the power resets. We get the 10 points carryover. They should take grace on that. They could get out of the round depending on what they have, right? But at least we're all in here on both sides. And then we just have to top deck better because I have nothing left for consistency. We took all the thinning. Yeah, they're getting out with Amphibious, but then that's the last of it, right? Yeah. Good bleed, I think. Nice. Okay, Pallor goes for sure. That's not bad. However, there's so many better things we can get. Like this would be horrible. I think I'm supposed to just keep it. We'll play this first, right? Yeah, it's kind of a big deal. Getting rid of the frigate could be massive. Chances are they boost it. I would imagine they boost it, unless they have something with grace. Nah, they take a duel. What's the duel going to be for? Probably that? Okay. That's fine. It's got to be... I think I just take that for 3 and I use this for 2. Just in case they have something to remove it. Okay, that's fine. So we got Overwhelming Hunger coming up here next. Let's see. Depending on what version it is, like, I might not have what we need to deal with it. Okay, we take away the bricks. Like, Igni's really good, but if they do the whole kitty spam and they have multiple tries at it, we're not doing well with that. So, if I see a defender go up, we're in trouble. For that reason, I might take out the skirm, but I think it's probably just worth leaving, actually. Let's get armor ready to go. Get a nice long round for the berserkers. Yeah, it's gonna be one of these, jeez. Okay. I guess, like, we could take Igni after... 6. We're not even getting through it.
Dance! Dance! Dance with my death!
We'll chip at it, but... I want to make it so that... if they take back 3 units from... like our side, they're actually good units, you know? Like engines, at least. That's not really the best card to play. We'll try and snipe these out of the way. Altibald, okay.
The black sun is upon us.
We don't have a pass. However, they don't have a Sabbath either. I wonder if I can get one more turn.
Never had your kneecap broken.
Let's see if we can get one more turn here. That's not enough points. So they don't win on even. They have to play at least one more card. And they're probably using a leader charge. And if they were to take back something from us, it's going to be 1, 2, and 3. For them, it's going to be 1 and another one of these. And then... I'm just trying to decide if... Let's stay in it a bit longer.
A pleasure to bleed you.
That's going to be the whole... Okay. You're not consuming this because you didn't click it. So it's going to be... ranged, yeah. Use 2 with Thrive. We take Igni here.
Damn it.
There it is. It's annoying. If they want to do their whole play, they got to take Sabbath back. So for that reason, I think we're supposed to push in, especially with Renfrey. It's kind of a nice support for that. I think Peller goes because we're going to be able to get through it. We can stack the row quite nicely. We get... we only get 2, though. Is there a way we can make that work better? Here. Yeah, that's better. Let's put this, because I know it's going to be annoying. Just get rid of that dumb cat. The only cat I like is the one from Stray, and the one that I have. The best kitties. Actually, I like all cats except for this one. At least that's most of the deck. It's a very slow play. I don't think I worry too much if they do all that. I don't think it really matters. Here, let's go and take this now. We're definitely playing in. They're going to pull some really poor options. I mean, at least they're 6s, though. Sure. Here. Actually, these, because the engine turns on right away, doesn't it? There we go. Oh boy. Yeah, that's not gonna stick. I think we go for the 2-0. I actually do. The deck falls apart with this next play. Here we go. They'll probably forfeit too. I'm gonna play around an Igni by boosting, let's say these, so there's like 1-8 instead of like 3 6s. Okay, Kashi, I guess, is something. In that event here, look, let's take a boost. And let's take the Renfrey play, because I want to try and kill that. Destroy with 10 or less. Okay. And then whenever you pass, yeah, just because I need stuff to actually damage still. Done. We take the carryover play, and then we take the thinning if we could still play.
Can dwarves fight? The fish pissing lakes.
I think it's a little late for that, yeah. So we go first here. We're playing against probably Renfrey Pirates. Now, having all this armor is kind of good. This is so vulnerable, but I think I'm going to play it anyways in round 1. Squirrel could be very good. Can we see how many cards? 15, so it's not like an odd number of cards. Let's put Squirrel away for now. I just don't think we have room. Peller might be good for something that's infused. 2 of the chariots could likely go. It's just that I have Monroe, so it might be worth just playing the Monroe combo early. I think that's what we take for now. It's a balanced hand. We'll do that. We'll boost that just so we have it going. I think Armor Engine's important. I can maybe see if we could sneak a Xavier next. Okay, Hafru, yeah, let's do it. Here. I just want this second, because 2 leader charges and a unit kills it. Now it's a little bit trickier. You just keep bumping it up every turn. Oh, they just used the leader charge. They're thirsting it. Okay. Let's see. I don't mind using another one. Yeah, just because we're playing, like, they can hit the armor and stuff and damage them down, then we flip them, we pretty much get the round. Renfrey's gang.
A pleasure to bleed you.
Let's just do the flip while we can. We might not get a better chance this game to do that. And that might be a good opportunity to try to pass. I hope that Op plays one more turn. Because we're getting the 4 passive points per turn, but we're taking 3 and 2. But we have armor out. They take the pass. It's a lot of stuff going on. Hopefully it wasn't too expensive of a round for us, but we know what we're expecting, so... Igni could be good here. I think Peller has to go now. Let's have a look at the deck. Renfri's gang thins out. These would be nice to thin out. I mean, we have most of what we need. This is a little sketchy, though. Okay. Is it ever just like a... It might just be a Triss fix. A Triss fix and a Zoltan. Do they know? They don't. They have no idea. But they will once we play Triss, I'm sure. Let's put that back in the deck. What's good to draw? This is guaranteed points. This is also pretty good. This is also not bad, but it's more vulnerable, I'd say. Let's take the thin out. Look, normally we'd do this different. However, I think it's actually just worth playing for 4 points. Because if they want to get through that, they're going to have to use leader plus whatever else, and maybe a Morkvarg and... Morkvarg and a leader charge, I guess. And if that's the case, do we even care? Or a Peller. Boy. I think we have to keep it last say. Such a good Peller. No need for us to hold one though, but we'll put back the gang first. That's the last choice we have. Okay. Something will get infused, I'm sure. So they pretty well spent all bronze cards to get this far. They had really good draws though. We spent a lot of golds. .11 swing here, 12-point swing here. Punish could be kind of nice. This should be okay, depending. We are filling up the rows decently. Actually, that looks like this. Here. Start playing into stacking. They should remove that. If they hit it with one leader charge to turn the engine off, at least I can just use tempering on it. It's a lock. Never thought I'd say Peller's actually gonna help a lot here, but there we go. Yeah, we know it's Renfri already. I don't want to go too tall just in case. And I'm trying to wait for them to use their leader charge first before we do. I think we're going to play this. Because I got to get this done. And if I play it like this, it gets 1 armor. If it doesn't death blow, they can just kill that because it'll be at 3. Technically, right? The 2 armor plus the 1 base. I don't want to use leader charge off of it right away. It makes for like a really good 7 on ranged. Guess they used it, right? Here. That might actually be the leader charge then. Because, like, it is 3, but we don't want them to hit that with the crack play. We want them to hit, like, a token or something. At least we have 2 things that are doing something. Which is, like, just great. I don't know. Okay, there's 2 engines for them, too. Definitely hit that down. I don't need them to know just yet, but 3, 6, 7, 8. We're getting to the point where that row is almost full. Fukusha, okay. I like how we're playing around the rain though. Look. If we could snipe that, that'd be sweet. Let's put this down now. We want to take our faction. Imagine. I've got a play, and it's actually a pretty smart play. Front row's 21 points, it'll be 20, we take Igni. Igni's gonna burn through the 12. They don't see it coming. And I think this wins the game. Let's go. And while the row's still stacked, guys, I'm gonna go and try and take this the best I can. Scoundrel for the big boost. It's not over yet. We're only up by about 15 points. Okay, that's going to chew through something on melee. Honestly, though, 3, 6, 7, 8. I think I just still take. There's the Renfrey. If they get wide punished, that's bad. Destroy 10 or less. Okay. 10 or less means 7. And then they get the boost. That's pretty crazy. We should get a good Renfrey too, because we took the Rune Mage. So depending on what they have, they might... Yeah, Morkvarg eats through this. They take out a 6. Wait. They're just making it worse. Okay. Let's take Renfrey now.
They used to call me Shrike. Wanna know why?
Damage all enemy units. A lot of them have armor. Destroy with 10 or less power. We've got 8. I think we spawn both. Let's take that. Just hope for the best. Take the points because we know where they're going. We take that. We just take the 2 boost. And we're good. Alright, we got Firesworn coming up here next. Should be kind of crazy if they get it all together. They have a lot of points. I want to keep these engineing for sure. Let's put one of these back for now. We go second. I'm a little bit worried about having two of these in the same round. I think I had to put one back. Igni's not bad, but if they have Hemmelfart, they just take back the Fallen Knights. So I think that's one of the ones that you want to sort of deal with in a different round, but... We want engines right away. Do we go tall or do we just go damage route? I think we just take this one here. It doesn't revolve around like any setup, you know? It's whenever you spawn, boost self by 1. It'd be nice to be able to manipulate it a certain way. Let's just go with this here. I'm gonna make it all like symmetrical. We'll put this on this side here and, you know. Is that what we want to do? Actually, I might be able to snipe it. 33.33 is like a really good chance. Okay. Five there. Again, still in snipe territory. Let's just put that one up now and see if we can hit 2 for 2. Okay, fine. What I'll do is I'll play minor next.
By denying penance, you confirm your guilt.
Never ever whistle in a mine.
We can give that 4 armor, and then we can play the chariot. Okay, remove a 1.
Condemned by your children.
We can't let them get carried off this 1 card.
Have you made your offering?
42 points. I think we stay in it here. Yeah, let's just stick around for a bit. It's hard for someone to pass knowing that we could just play one thing and deal with it, but I guess that's fine here. We'll go take Triss, pull the Renfrey, call it a day. I want to say that Igni goes back for now. Yeah, we'll put Igni back for now. Take Renfrey. And then we're hitting something with that. Okay. We've got pretty good, like... They do well in long round if I bleed in here. Okay. Like thinning. Okay, I need to pull... That's kind of good, actually, for the melee row swing. Is there a better way than Renfrey's gang, though? Like, I want this or this. I don't really want to play into bricks either. Here, we'll just play cards.
Heard about Troydam ultimate.
Let's choose that. It's kind of expensive. It's kind of expensive for them. Except they have 3 leader charges left. Maybe they have... I don't know. It's still giving them the long round they're looking for. I think we just have to play in here. Here, yeah, let's just do it. Just please snipe this one. Nice. It's at 25%. Do they take another charge? Nothing, eh? I mean, that's my card back. We could use Zoltan offensively, too. Here, let's go and take. I think we can do alright with this. Vitality is intriguing. 4, yeah.
The forest holds many secrets.
We'll take insanity off it. That's fine. 26 here. Okay. I don't think we care about armor at this point. Let's just take the boost and just play the Renfrey. Destroy with 10 or less power. You have 6. Damage by 7. That's probably better. 2. Actually, that's a lot. That's a lot of damage. After using split, we just go for the big swing. Yeah. Puts them behind like 30 points. They could still get it back. Oh, it's dead. I'm gonna take Zoltan here just because I can clean up an engine. Yeah, wow. Okay. Let's just take this. Up by 40 within 2 cards. I don't think they can make it back. Yeah, it's just the way it goes.